Good day. Welcome to this lecture series in Godot.
Hello, good day, welcome back. In this video, we will work on the enemy spawner. So, we will create a new scene. We are going to learn about the Marker2D and Timer nodes and start creating the spawner functionality. So let's go ahead and get started. So in the last lecture, we created the enemy. So we have an enemy that goes from the right to the left and we can shoot it. This is good, but we want to have multiple enemies that moves from the right to the left, and we want to be able to spawn them at different times. So let's proceed and create a new scene. So we create a new scene here. The root node will be the node 2D. We will rename this node 2D to enemy spawner. So this scene will be in charge or responsible for spawning new enemies. So let's save this scene inside the scenes folder. So put a scene, save scene as. You see it in this folder. So press save. So this will work as follows. When we run the game, we want to spawn the enemies at different sites here, different locations, and at different obviously times. We don't want all the enemies to spawn at the same time. So what we want is for the enemy to spawner to pick a random position and spawn an enemy. So you can pick a position here, pick a position here, pick a position here, and spawn the enemies at different points in time. Now we are in the enemy spawner scene. We can pick some completely random positions at the side of the screen here, or we can set some predetermined locations and make it appear as if the enemies are spawning from random locations. So we will create we allow the enemy to spawn from predetermined locations because that will be the better approach. And we will create these predetermined locations as nodes. Create another node today, and this will be the parent node for the other spawn positions. I rename this to spawn positions. Then we'll create a new type of node called a Marker2D. So that's it here, Marker2D, select. The Marker2D is just like a node 2D, but the only difference is that it has this gizmo extends component right here. So you have this here, and so you have it. Alright, so we have this select, this move tool. I'll drag this, and I'll drag this here. All we're interested in is the position. We want this, or see how the position is changing. So we allow the enemy to spawn here and he fall here. I'll rename this Marker2D to spawn position 01. So I'll put this at 1350. Why I put this at 50? So put the wire 50 to 50 down, 1350 just be on the edge of the screen here. Because if you look at these project settings, the one node display is 1280. That's the width. So this is just beyond the width. So I have a challenge for you. Create 6 Marker2D nodes, place them at the right edge of the screen, and their Y position should be apart from each other by, let's say, 125 pixels. So let's go ahead and do it. So you can do that. Simple to do this. Let's duplicate this. So we have position 1. We have the Y position. So everything will start here to be same distance away from on the x-axis. So we can just add 125 here. So 125 plus 50. So it's supposed to have a transform 125 and 175. Okay, seems like it's moving on. I feel that so. So let's undo. Let's undo. So delete this. Delete this. We have to manually create them. So if you go ahead and manually create them, Marker2D. And you can adjust the position. So take the spawn position here, copy value, go to here, paste value, let's type 175, and do a series of them. I'll call it spawn position 02. Do a series of them. So these are the positions. Also want to create a timer node in the scene. So I'll go to the root node and click this plus to create a timer node. This timer node is exactly what it is, a countdown timer. So if you look at the inspector here, the timer has a wait time and the timer start counting down from the wait time. So if the wait time was 10, it will count 10, 9, 8, so forth. So it counts from 10 seconds come down. This timer node has a signal named timeout. When the timer reaches 0, it emits this timeout signal. So what we'll do, we'll set the timer to a wait time of, like, let's say 2. Of course, we need to connect the signal, and when the timer runs out, we're going to spawn an enemy. So right now, we are in the node structure of the scene, so we want to create a script. So select the root node, which is in node 2D, and click here to create or attach a script. And I'll just type script this time. SCRIPTS, the scripts. Mark the path name is valid. Just quickly create. Yes, script is the correct name. So we have the enemy spawner script, GD script. So I'll do the connection like this. I'll select the timer here. I'll go to the signal. This is the signal I want to connect. So double click this. This is the signal connected to the correct node, the enemy spawner node, and then I'll press or select connect. So we have the code here. This code here is essentially going to create the timer's callback function when the timer's timeout signal is emitted. We can test to see if this is working by just printing something. Print a string. Let's say timeout is working. Back to the inspector here. You have to make sure the auto start is on. So let's press play. No, I will play from here. I want to play this scene because I haven't put this in game scene as yet. And see, timeout is working. And so I want to mention one time we have one shot here. Once you don't click one shot, this will keep repeated over and over. But if you click one shot, let's press reset here, select one shot. This will appear once and that is it. But if you don't have one shot selected, it will just keep appearing over and over. So we'll create the enemy spawner script in the next video. So I don't want to make my videos too long, so I'll end this video here. Thank you.